1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is a live mandolin lesson, and the subject for today is some basic jazz improvisation over the very typical 2-5-1 chord progression. And I got a question from Josh Hurnell asking me about a phrase from my ebook, 10 Jazz Mandolin Licks and Technique. And he asked me, how do you play this phrase in the key of A major? So first, I got an answer here for Josh. And the second thing, I want to describe a little bit the basic approaches for improvising using chord notes on the 2-5-1. And third thing, I also want to I'm going to show you how you can practice this with or without a backing track. And by the way, my name is Magnus. I'm from Sweden, a mandolin player and teacher. And I make videos to make you a better and more inspired mandolin player. You can check them out either on my YouTube channel or even here at Facebook. So first of all, Josh, for this phrase, it's quite straightforward. 2-5-1 in the key of A, it would be B minor 7, E7, A7 or A major 7. And the line, that's how I play it. And I learned this from the guitarist Martin Taylor. And I think you can see there, it's also written in tabs in my ebook, so you got it there. The only only thing that I can mention here, I'm picking the G sharp here with my fourth finger. And that is only because the third finger is occupied here, right? So I use my fourth finger. Yeah, I can see there's some people watching also. I would love to get a comment from what part of the world you're watching. It's really interesting to know that. But I try here to stay to the subject, so I won't answer all if there's questions or anything like that. But I hope that Josh can answer your question. And there's also one thing how the licks is ending in the notation. It's like this. And I think it ends like that, but it's more if you're, I think it's if you're continuing the phrase. Something like that. So maybe the E is not where you're resolving the phrase, but you play around with it, and I hope that will work for you. Yeah, Mark from Indianapolis. Is that how you pronounce it? Thanks for watching. It's really nice having you here. Anyway, the second thing. First of all, Josh, I love getting questions like this, and if anyone else got a question, please post it to either my YouTube channel or here at Facebook, and hopefully I can answer it. And the second thing I wanted to talk a little bit about is the basic of this jazz improvisation using the chord notes. So when we stay here in the key of A major, and for the 2-5-1, it would be the 2 chord here is B minor 7 to E7 to A major 7. Oh, I wrote it down here. Hope you can see this. It's very, yeah, it's like B minor 7, E7, A major 7. And this is what we call the 2-5-1. Another way of writing it is using these Roman numbers, 2 minor 7. So this actually means 2-5-1 in A means this. And to play these melodies, you want to outline the chords. And the easiest way to do it, and the way to do it, is you're using the chord notes. So for the B minor 7, we're using the root, of course, and the 3rd, 5th. This is all the chord notes of B minor 7. And for E7, we're going from E, so it's E, G sharp, B, and D. And for A major 7, it's A, C sharp, E, G sharp, A. So if we got the chord rhythm like this, E7, A minor 7, sorry, A major 7. Once again, B minor 7 to E7, A major 7. We can start like this. I'm also using the chord notes here, so you can hear that you're actually like hearing the chord shiftings, even though there is no like chord in the background or anything like that. And the best way to learn this method is start practicing very simple, like ascending arpeggio. And then A, 2 bars, again, again, and as soon as you can do that, you maybe want to try to play the same arpeggio, but in a, is this ascending motion or is it descending? Descending probably. There's like the language confusion only. So you use the other direction. We can actually start with a root. So for the B it's, and for the E it's E. With me? The B, for the E, and for the A we're going here. You play them one after each other. It will be Yeah. And so this is like your target points, the chord notes. And then you're like, you can go into these chord notes approaching with chromatics or even like a scale motion or anything like that. But you really want to be aware of where the chord notes are. So as soon as you got these two variations, you can also try to play them after each other. So we're starting doing the upward motion and then downwards will be something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another way. And so on. So you start very basic and then yeah, you go from there. And yeah, well, I just have to see. There was something in my mind that I wanted to tell you. Yeah, you can also, of course, change the subdivision of this. You can go. So it's like I'm connecting this ascending and descending. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from there, then you start like, as I say, connecting it into different ways. You also do the same thing, starting from another chord note. Maybe next time you're starting from the thirds. And as soon as you got this into your fingers, you will be more free to play things like. Basics. I hope you understand what I'm doing there. And my final tip for you here is the third thing that I was talking about. It can be very fun to play this with a backing track. You can practice this thing as I'm doing now without the backing track, but backing track can be good for keeping the rhythm and also be aware of the like harmonic things going on there. And it's also, I mean, a substitution for playing with other musicians, I think. And I want to show you this really cool app that I have in my iPad. This is an app called iReal Pro. And what you're doing with this app is you can actually put in like a chord chart there with like different, like a whole song, for example, with a whole chord, and then you play back and it will play back as an ensemble playing. There will be drums and bass and piano things. Martin Engström is watching. Hey Martin, nice to have you here. Yeah, so I don't know if you will hear this now, but maybe you won't hear the bass and all that. But I put here this very basic chord progression. B minor 7, E7, A major 7. When I'm playing the play button, it will play back like this. You do it once more from the beginning. And this one it will play forever until I hit the stop button. That's also one good thing with a backing track like this. You can do this exercise as we did earlier on, playing only the basic arpeggio, starting from B minor 7. E7, A7. Doing the descending. Changing the rhythms a little bit. And then you can start like making more variations to it. That's a very simple variation that you're like actually approaching the chord note from a half step below. Listen to when I'm doing it. Once. So I can really, I think it's actually, this is no ad or anything, but it's a very cheap app and I can really recommend it because it's very handy, and it's also lots of songs already in there, and but then you can also write your own charts, chord charts there. Yeah, that's it for today. It's about the 2-5-1 progression in A. I hope this was some ideas here that can inspire you for this, and I have a new video coming out next week on my YouTube channel, so until then, have a good time and see you soon. Bye.